AI is infiltrating everything, including baking and cooking. So here we have this creator on Instagram by the name of La Cuisine de Geraldine. And I'm sorry, she's French. I'm pronouncing her name the most American way possible. But she teaches you to cook modern French cuisine, and her food looks so good. Unfortunately, though, Geraldine had put out this post 7 days ago, and it reads, I woke up this morning and scrolled Pinterest to search for a new recipe. I saw one photo that looked exactly like one of mine. I investigated further and realized that a lot more recipes and photos of my recent content have been stolen by a fully AI generated food blog. The pictures are clearly inspired by mine, and of course, the recipes too. I've added a few examples on the next story, and wow. Here you can see the side by side, where here we have Geraldine's dish, and I am sorry, I am not very well versed in French foods, so I have no idea what this is, but it looks really good. And on the right-hand side, there is the AI generated version. And it really looks like they took Geraldine's photo and then implemented that into AI to get their output. Because why does the plating look the same? Even the plate is the same porcelain plate with the same shade of green detailing along the edge. And then Geraldine has a photo of a dessert. They look like cream puffs, not well versed in French food at all. And the AI image looks so similar. The color profile, everything looks identical. Then we have another set of photos where here on the top, it's again another side by side where she has her food items stacked up on a cutting board. Is this a quiche? And then the right side is the AI version. And then the bottom is her photo. This looks like slices of baguette with bruleed brie, which is a type of cheese on top. And it looks so good. I love brie. The right side is the AI version, but Geraldine adds, so happy AI couldn't really reproduce a brie brulee, and instead it kind of just looks like caramelized apples on top. Next, we have another set of side by side. On the right hand, it looks to be an asparagus pastry. The left hand is the AI version. And then on the bottom, on the right hand side, we have another. No, this looks like a quiche. So what was the other thing? I'm so sorry. I don't really eat French food. And then on the right hand side is the AI version. And as you can see, the detailing inside the dish looks really similar. Even the background. Here, there is a wooden bowl on the right side, and the left side is kind of like a bowl of green leaves. And both of those are present in the background of the AI image, although the AI image kind of turned the bowl into a bunch of eggs. And Geraldine adds, I could add much more, but I think you get the picture, literally speaking. And Geraldine adds, thank you all for your message of support. I think I've never had so many reactions to a story, and I really want to reply to each one of you one by one. It seems that what's happening resonates with many of you, not only when it comes to my photos, but also in a broader sense, with the fast growing presence of AI in our lives. I'm not saying AI is all bad, but like any major field of science, it needs some regulations, like we did in the field of bioethics, for example. But that's just my personal opinion. I don't know yet what I'll do about this case, but I'll keep you updated if I decide to pursue something. In any case, I have two messages I want to share. First, be careful about what you read and see online. Always stay a bit skeptical. Yes, AI is already here, and it's getting hard to tell the difference between content created by humans and AI. It honestly took me a good 5 minutes this morning to realize it was AI. And 5 minutes is a really long time on the internet. Second, I really hope people will continue to see the added value of content created by real humans. Authentic, tested, real life, perfectly imperfect. Anyway, your support means so much to me and really lifts me up. And in the caption Geraldine adds, I decided to share my latest stories here as a post. I'm a bit afraid of the comments I might find here, but I'm gonna take the risk. I believe it's important to bring this up more publicly since I'm clearly not the only one who finds it shocking. And it's not just about my photos. I know I'm not the only creator experiencing this. I simply want to raise awareness that AI is becoming more and more present online, and we all need to stay alert. On top of that, there's something clearly wrong with content that, in my opinion, has been stolen. And to Geraldine's point, I completely agree. This is most definitely stolen, right? Geraldine worked really hard in creating the dish, making and sharing recipes, and photographing the food items as well. And for somebody to go take it, make an entirely fake blog account to post AI images and steal the recipe, that's stealing all of Geraldine's work. And commenters are in high support of Geraldine, adding, I will always prefer human to AI. You're incredible. Don't give up. And it makes me so mad. But this goes a step further beyond what just happened to Geraldine. So here we have this post in r slash mildly infuriating by user secretly JD, writing, accidentally made cookies from an AI recipe. And they write, my mom sent me a recipe for red velvet cookies for me to try and didn't think much of it. I never looked at the text and pictures that closely, I just skipped straight to the recipe. So it didn't register that it was AI. The dough was so soft and sticky, even after freezing it overnight. Recipe said chilling in the fridge for an hour or two would be sufficient. It stuck to everything so much and kept melting that we said screw it and put it in the oven as one big sheet cookie. I looked more closely at the website while it was baking, and it's so obviously AI, it's honestly hilarious. The uncooked cookie dough tastes great, but trying it now tastes like a really shitty brownie. Texture is really weird too. Anyways, check your recipes, folks, or you might end up making the cookie equivalent of the elephant's foot from Chernobyl. And this is the recipe photo. Yeah, the recipe photo most definitely looks really AI. The cookies look really fake. And this cookie isn't even a Christmas tree, kind of like the legs are really wobbly here. And this is the cookie sheet that OP posted. I think it's so funny too because you can see all the fork holes from where they're probably like forking into the cookie, being like, is it done? Right? It's to double check. And then this is the blogger, where this is their Facebook page. Now, don't send hate to any parties involved. I don't think this person is real. But it's Alana Recipes post on Facebook where Alana's like, here's the full recipe. And it has 221 comments of people asking for things. Like, where did you get the leaves? Where'd you get the little red sprinkles? Sorry. I bake occasionally, but I'm not good. I can bake sugar cookies, snickerdoodles, and chocolate chip cookies. And if you go to Alana's Facebook page, where it says here, alanarecipes.com, welcome to my recipe page. I'm Alana, and I'm excited to share my favorite dishes and cooking tips with you. Everything is weirdly contradictory. Their name is apparently Alana Bennett. They're a home cook from North Carolina, except their Facebook page says New York, with a photo of a woman that looks suspiciously AI generated. And Alana's page has a whole bunch of recipes, including desserts. We've got recipes for ice cream French toast, and weirdly, like 5 posts about cottage cheese for some reason. And these photos do look AI generated. Now, I'm not an expert on food. Is this a hand? I don't know what's happening up here. But again, this is weird because if we go to the Alana recipe page, you scroll down, it actually doesn't link to Alana's website. It links to another website by the name of Cats OXE. This is the Cats OXE website, which is a recipe website called Soft Spoon. If you go to the about, it's like, ciao, my name is Isabella Romano, and I'm so delighted to welcome you into my kitchen. At 45 years young, I've had the joy of spending more than 2 decades with a photo of a woman that looks very AI generated. Look at the orchid in the background, okay? Like, my mom has a lot of orchids. There's normally like a stake in the orchid that you clip the orchid to. The clip is not holding anything. And the orchid somehow has like 2 stems. I don't know what's happening. You can have orchids with more than 1 like plant in the pot. They can go up to like 3, whatever. They normally don't look like this. But again, why did Alana's page link to Isabella's recipe? Not to mention her page is absolutely full of ads. Holy. And here we have more photos that are likely AI generated. That is one long cashew with very funky looking fingers in the photos. Oh yeah, what is up with that fork? Oh geez. And here's a Redditor who found another AI recipe site. This is posted in r/real or AI by user Suds Carson writing help. I think I found an entire AI recipe website. And they're right, for context, I was searching the web for a dinner recipe when all of a sudden I came across this food blog called Kitchen Mommy. Not mommy with 2 M's, like 3 M's, like MOMMY, but MOMY. The profile photo and bio looks fake, and all the instructions are really vague and not quirky, which is something I noticed pop up across legit recipe blogger sites. The food image is wacky, and last of all, her last name is literally Cookson. So here is one of the photos, which are like, what is happening with the sauce? No sauce looks like this. So this is the Kitchen Mommy page, where here we have Emily Cookson. I'm the heart and soul behind Kitchen Mommy, your trusted guide to all things delicious and delightful. There's a lot of recipe photos here. And this page honestly looks like absolute spam. It looks like they're somehow like pulling stuff that other people have posted and spam posting it onto their page. Because how are you posting this many recipes back to back? August 24th, 24th, 23rd, 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 22nd, 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 21st, 21st. Like, this page is posting so many recipes a day. There's no way one person can make this many goods to such frequency and not have like some part of it be generated. We could take a closer look at these chocolate chip cookie ones, which like the page also weirdly links other videos. And here's the recipe, which it looks like a pretty standard chocolate chip cookie recipe, to be honest. This to me reads really ChatGPT, and I'm not saying it because of the M dashes. Look, everybody's like, oh, you use M dashes, so you must use ChatGPT. Like, as somebody who grew up with a lot of English grammar lessons, etc., took a lot of like higher level English, and I've learned to write with M dashes. It's just fun. But I've really never seen like a recipe page break down this deeply why everything is used. It is helpful to do that in a recipe, but like baking soda creates the perfect rise and helps develop those crackly golden tops. Make sure yours is fresh. M dash. Baking soda older than 6 months loses potency and affects both texture and spread. Like you're telling me that you are breaking down every single ingredient that goes into this recipe as to why you need it and giving a full recipe, and you're posting like 5 recipes a day with photos. And then I think it's funny because under serving suggestions over here, they have a hyperlink for the word oven. So a lot of blogs will do this. To monetize a blog, there's a couple ways. One is through ads, which this page is most definitely doing because I've been staring at all of these ads for so long. How do they know I need bacon? But secondly, with Amazon affiliate links. So it's like, oh, if you click this link, right, then any purchase you make on Amazon within 24 hours of clicking the link, a profit of that will go to the person that's running the blog or that has the affiliate link. They link the oven, which, sorry, it just cracks me up because I feel like normally with these types of blogs, they'll link what they've used. They'll link the cooking trays. They'll link stuff people frequently ask about. So cooking trays, tongs, the cookie cutters, etc., right? Those things. Sometimes ingredients, like if you use specific types of sprinkles, whatever. Never really seen them link, I don't know, an oven, a sink, a countertop, a fridge. I mean, the ovens page is not found, so we can't see that. But it just cracks me up because they linked the most expensive thing they possibly could in this recipe, the oven, because you get a percentage, right? So obviously, if you were to buy $3 sprinkles, they would make a couple cents. But if you buy a $1,000 oven, then they probably make like 50 bucks off that one sale. I'm laughing about this, but it really does suck because there are a lot of dangers when it comes to these AI recipes, besides just a little joke here or there. One, obviously, it's stealing photos, it's stealing the hard work from actual creators and chefs who made the recipes. But secondly, the dangers of allergies as well, because there's people, like the Redditor, who follow the recipe and like, the cookie came out real wonky. And thankfully, nobody's allergic to anything, so it's fine. But I would be concerned if there were situations where a dish was advertised as something, and if the recipe somehow, because it's AI generated, didn't follow through with the advertisement. I don't know. Example here, we have the Cats OXE page where it's advertising a paleo vegan cheesecake. If somebody's following an AI recipe, there could be an issue where hypothetically, right, you have a vegan friend, you want to make sure you're bringing a dessert to their potluck, but you're keeping into account their dietary restrictions. And because you're not vegan, you just follow the recipe and you're like, the recipe says it's vegan, so it must be. And you make it and it's actually not vegan, and then you give it to your friend thinking it is. So that's just a little scary. But what are your thoughts on these AI recipe pages popping up? Please show love to Geraldine. Their dishes look really good. I scrolled a little too much on their page. I'm gonna be honest. Some of the salads look real nice. And the chicken. Okay, anyways. I'll have them linked down below if you would like to check out their modern French recipes and have you accidentally made something from an AI recipe. If you like this video, I appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Don't forget to check me out on Etsy. I have digital art for streamers and creators like sub badges and emotes. I also have a coffee with free resources for streamers and creators, and I stream on Twitch 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays at 6 p.m. PST. So I hope to catch you guys there or in another one of my videos. Oh, and yes, I dyed my hair. I'm feeling very cookies and cream. It doesn't look yellow, okay? I don't know why on camera it comes out yellow. It looks very nice in person. So yeah. Anyway, see you guys later.